I was telling you about, sir? Well, the men have been giving her cigarettes, soap and chocolate. Don't worry, sir, no one's gone to first base. Apart from Rillingsworth-Travis, that is. It seems she's for officers only. I saw him go to her room and stay there. Lucky death.
It's about the only bit of luck he has had. Let's just hope she doesn't give him VD. You know, Sergeant Prentice would do better on his own, but the CO insists on an officer.
Just have an easy feeling he's planning something nasty, sir. You want me to go with?
Absolutely not.
Then I'm volunteering, sir.
Absolutely not. I need you here to hold this bloody company together. Besides, I'm going to have a word with him later on that should remove any crazy notions.
If it succeeds, sir, but have my doubts.
I've dealt with the likes of him before, and so have you.
It's just I feel he thinks he has something over you, sir.
Really? How can that be? We've been together now, what, barely 15 hours?
Just play it carefully, sir. Could be dangerous.
Well, I think I know what his Achilles heel is, and I'm banking on it to prevent him from messing up the raid, and to have him pretty shaken up at the same time.
It's a nice word if you get it, sir, but my colleague's a shit.
I know. But to ease my conscience, I put Stein and Goldberg on the raid so that no one can say that I got my favorites or that you Jews stick together. Now who's the shit? Rillingsworth-Travis or me?
Sir, he's just a puny anti-Semite.
Perhaps. I think his anti-Semitism is mindless and harmless.
Good God, Davis. When we people learn there's no such thing as harmless anti-Semitism. It's all I could do to smother mine before I met Joe.
You're right, of course. You notice how we've been referring to each other now as you people and we? A Jew can never belong. Not really. Is that why you're a Zionist goy, Stokes? A Jewish state would get us out of your hair? Sorry, that was uncalled for.
Right, so you could be right.
Look, Stokes, I can't help it. I want to see Rillingsworth-Travis hurt and humiliated. I need my little triumphs over you goying every now and then.
It's understandable.
For Christ's sakes, man, stop being so forgiving.
All right, then. You want some home truths? I think you should have convinced the CO to call off this harebrained raid. But why bother? You were ordered to stay safely behind. What's more, if this entire thing proves to be a disaster, you can chalk up another little victory over the callous goy.
No, just a
Did
second.
it hurt, sir? Want some more? If you get your state in Palestine, it'll be the cost of hundreds of thousands of dead Allied soldiers. Some that you caused. I don't expect you'll be any more grateful than your bosses in Palestine. Typically Jewish.
Hold it, Stokes. You're in the war for the survival of your fish and chips in Surbiton, not to protect Jews. We'll get our state by shedding our blood there. And what have we got to be grateful for? Munich? Concentration camps? Immigration quotas?
There, settle down.
Why, you shrewd bugger.
Well, yes, sir. It's an old trick, and it sometimes works. You'll wonder from time to time how much of that I really believe.
Thanks, Stokes. Thanks a lot. Yeah, look, there's a war on. Go recheck the men's equipment. Oh, and tell Rillingsworth-Travis I want to see him in 30 minutes. I'm going to have a snooze until then.
Did you notice Archie trying to butter up Goldberg? I think the poor chap's trying to atone. Goldberg thinks the officer's actually blew you out coach your body.
My fault, I'm afraid. I'll tell you about it later on.
Right.
Well, that about wraps it up then. Your chances of pulling it off are fair. And look, if the going gets too hectic, you can pull out. But by God, you'll have to prove your decision was justified.
Davis, you can see I'm the wrong man for the job. I'm terrified of violence.
Then what the hell are you doing in the infantry?
It's my father's doing. Sort of pay me back, I suppose.
Look, I don't like sending you any more than you like going, but you'll have a fighting chance. Which is better than we can say for thousands of civilians that Hitler is killing off.
Listen, if I hadn't made the remarks about, well, you know, the Jews, would you try to let me off?
Auntie, your racist prejudices are a strong point for keeping you off the raid, since you made it clear Hitler is no enemy of yours. But I'm stuck with you.
Davis, you know bloody well that even if I hated the Nazis more than you, I'd still be no good. That's the way I am.
We can deal with your psychological hang-ups after the raid.
I survive it.
I've seen frightened soldiers doing well and sturdy ones disappointed.
Good of you to say so, but it won't wash.
I'll take my chances, not that I have any alternatives.
I could desert.
What? And justify the contempt of your father and brothers? Doesn't that frighten you even more than the fighting does?
You're a bastard, Davis.
That's right. How else can a Jew get on in this world? The CO wants the job done. I have to accept his superior judgment, so I follow his orders, just as you must. Don't try any tricks. The men will see through them. Just stick with the plans.
All right. I'll go on this raid. But I want you to know that I think your sermon about obeying the orders of wiser superiors is a load of bullshit. You trample over anyone to get your way.
Really, Auntie, have you had a sudden flash of insight? Or perhaps you've been reading my mail?
What? You know?
Know what?
You mean... Never mind.
Out with it, man. I can see you're bursting to tell me something. I won't pull rank.
Wouldn't you? Anyway, I don't care. I've got your number, Davis. You connive, and you cheat. Nothing and no one is sacred.
What the hell are you sniveling about?
You know bloody well. And I have half a mind to see to it that every man in this country knows too.
So that's it.
Off the road. You will get an immediate transfer.
Nothing doing, Rillingsworth-Travis. His subject is now exhausted. Find the cook. He's got some rum. Give each man his ration personally. It helps create rapport. I'll be with you presently.
That bastard told me you had a flaming row, sir.
He tried to blackmail me. Might still do so.
Shouldn't worry about it, sir. It's not me to deal with now. Blackmailer, black.
How's that?
Not to worry, sir.
Well, I've tried every trick. Stokes, what would you do in my position?
I appreciate you trying to treat me as an equal, sir. There can only be one boss. You can't run a war by committee.
But nevertheless,
Don't push me, Davis. It's better off all round if you stick to the rules.
but you see my dilemma, though, don't you? I'm risking the lives of men who are foreign to me. For the time being, our interests coincide, but in a few years' time, I may well be shooting at them. Don't you see how that can impair my judgment?
Sir, it can and it probably does. Well, what's the alternative? You can't resign, and yes, I'm going to handle the raid differently, but that's irrelevant. For the time being, you're getting a result. That's all that interests the brass.
But is the price acceptable?
If you ask me to approve, sir, I'm afraid I can't. You know where my sympathies lie with Palestine, so I can't condemn you either. I care about the men, about Prentice and Goldberg, even Rillingsworth-Travis and Gibson.
Right. Now let's go deliver our pep talk to the lads. Go help them. So you caught him at it? No, don't comment, but thanks all the same. You know, Stokes, after this party is over, I think I'll have a look at that officers only bit. Suddenly I don't feel so down anymore.